Assume you're returning to your classroom, which is located at the far end of your school. You're exhausted after a long day of physical activity. After a minute of walking, you're halfway to your classroom, but you're slowing down. After another minute, you've only made it a quarter of the way to your classroom. Your legs are getting heavier and heavier. After a third minute, you are only 1/8 of the way there. The pattern continues. As your fatigued body drags further and further, it appears that you will never arrive. Each additional minute only gets you halfway to your classroom from where you were before.
So close yet so far. A cliche statement an asymptote can relate to.
Wait, but what exactly is an asymptote? An asymptote is a horizontal, vertical, or slanted line that graph approaches but never really touches in mathematics. In other words, it is a value that you come closer and closer to but never quite make it. Right here, I have a whole piece of bread. If I want to share it with others, I can slice and break this bread into many halves until I get enough to share with everyone. But how many halves would it take until I'm left with no bread to share anymore? Notice that I get closer and closer to zero, but we can see that I won't really make it. And that is what an asymptote is. Asymptote has three types, namely horizontal asymptote, vertical asymptote, and oblique asymptote. Horizontal asymptotes are represented by horizontal dashed lines. These represent the values that the function approaches as x moves to positive infinity or negative infinity. On the other hand, vertical asymptotes are represented by vertical dashed lines. Vertical asymptotes indicate areas where the function has no domain. These represent x values that are constrained by a certain function, fx. Finally, oblique asymptotes are slant asymptotes described by the linear equation y is equal to mx plus b. When x approaches positive infinity or negative infinity, the curve moves towards the line y is equal to mx plus b. The following example shows a vertical asymptote. The equation of this vertical asymptote is x equals 5. The curve starts from the bottom until it becomes positive. We can see that the curve approaches the vertical dashed line but never actually touches it. One crucial point to remember is that as a curve approaches infinity or negative infinity, the distance between it and the asymptote tends to 0. Also, bear in mind that a curve can come from any direction, cross, across, and even move away and back again.
Life may be an asymptote. We tend to assume that at a certain point, we'll eventually reach something that isn't meant for us, unaware.
Sometimes, fate isn't always in our favor. Though our asymptotes may never provide us closure or ever bring us clarity, the ceaseless journey towards the untold will always impart lessons.